What's up, family? Today on Mix and Mingle, we've got a very special guest. A guest like no other. A guest like no one we've ever had before. A guest that I am proud to call a friend for many, many years. This man is one of the pioneers of Friday night business, Real House Radio's Mix at Six. For those of you guys that know, born and raised in the Lower East Side of Manhattan, he started DJing way back in 1978. His love of all things music started at a very young age. His home was always filled with tunes playing in the background: calypso, soca, soul, salsa, Pan African, Brazilian were some of the genres that were played on the Magnavox TV. Magnavox.
Magnavox.
For those that remember,
Oh my
and the
God.
radio and the turntables. Musically influenced by a select few New York City and New Jersey popular underground clubs and DJs of the early 80s. He's a retired LEO. I'm going to ask him to spell that out for us and tell us exactly what that is. I know, but I want the audience to know. Dedicated husband, father, and a proud abuelo. He's also going to tell us a little bit about that. Real House Radio's Mix at Six DJ. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear from Mr. Max Mitchell.
Yes,
Let's give it to
sir. Yes,
Australian God.
sir. Yes,
Yes,
sir. Yes,
man, that
sir.
was a phenomenal intro there, brother Cardass.
Oh,
Listen, man,
Phenomenal.
I'm speaking truth bombs today. So
absolutely.
Thank
I,
you.
Absolutely.
I want everyone to know who you are because you are always in this seat asking the questions. So it is my turn to share your story with everyone. So we're going to start it off. When did music first grab your attention?
Oh, well, as per that elaborate intro there, yeah, way back in the early days there, man, of all the tunes that were being played in the house. Um, I would say it was when I received the close and play record player. For those of you who know,
Oh my
Oh
God.
my goodness.
The
and
close and play.
uh, my brother and my sister's record collection. So put the two of them together, and that's when the fascination started.
That is
Wow.
amazing. Do you
Wow.
remember when it first clicked for you? When you thought, I want to be a DJ?
Hmm. Um, I would say, fast forwarding now, back in the Lower East Side, there was another DJ who lived in the building, and he had this massive sound system. Massive. It shook the whole 13 floors of this building. You could hear it in the whole housing development. He was on the seventh floor. I was on the 13th floor. I just remember summer nights, summer evenings. He's blasting the music. And I used to go down, bang on his door. And if he could hear me, he would open up the door and I would just go there and just chill out in his little studio apartment. Massive speakers. Just chill there and just look at all of this new equipment that he had, LED lights going, the techniques. I just sat there, man, and just took it all in as he was doing his thing. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do this one day.
Did he point the speakers out the window? Or was it
No,
just in the
he didn't have to. They would these things, man, these were they were 18s. I think he had
Dang.
like 4 18s in a studio apartment. It was
Wow.
Wow, that's crazy. Because yeah, we
yeah.
used to put the speakers in the window so everybody downstairs in the courtyard and all that could get down like they were partying. But yo,
Mhm.
he didn't
Wow.
need to do that with that size speaker.
He didn't need to.
So
Nope.
so how much longer after that experience were you actually playing?
Uh how much longer after that? Uh it's probably the mid 80s. You got to fast forward just a little bit. It was the mid 80s. After the the pause tape season where the one turntable and a recorder, a cassette recorder, going through the motions with that. It wasn't until my good friend and brother Zen, uh, who was a partner. partner in the club scene that we went to Rock and Soul, and we actually made the official purchases of the turntables, the mixer, and that's where the story began.
That is absolutely awesome.
So, like, when did you like start like DJing on a more, I don't want to say professional level, because I don't know if it ever got to that point, but where it was more of an organized situation, like, hey, we're gonna go do this party, or we're gonna have a party, and I'm going to DJ it. Like, when was that first experience, and how did that come about?
I would say that first experience was around 1978-ish. I DJ'd for my brother's wedding reception in Tracy Towers in the BX.
That's right, in the Bronx.
Here it is.
Absolutely.
And that was the official right there.
Like you were told, hey, you are going to be the entertainment
Yes.
for my reception.
Yes.
Wow, so that's a lot of pressure, because that's your first time, and that's a stressful situation even for professional DJs. You know what I mean? So, how'd you handle that?
It was fun. You know what I think gave me the confidence? I was dressed to impress. That's what gave me the confidence.
Yeah, that definitely builds the confidence level.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just kind of went with it. Took whatever request, because people are coming up and asking, family members. It was fun.
Yo, play that. Yeah. Why don't you play this? Yeah, bro. Yeah. You're lucky I'm not getting paid, because I would tell y'all, shove off.
You already know, right? You already know. I wasn't getting paid.
Yes.
Exactly. But that's a real auspicious start to your DJ career, man. Like I said, it's different. You throwing a little house party, or you partying on the block, and playing on the block. That's different. But at a wedding reception, dudes get paid for that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Unbeknownst to me, probably.
At that time. Right.
They get paid.
Little did you know.
Yeah.
What?
Exactly.
You would have paid them to do it if you had a chance.
I think he knew that. That's why he asked you to do it. He was like, "Well,
yeah.
Now."
What are brothers for, huh?
There you go. But I'm sure the entire reception everyone had a good time.
Oh, I'm sure.
We did.
Yeah, I'm sure the entire audience had a good time.
Yeah, it was definitely memorable, for sure.
So you basically played like what everybody knew. You were playing pop stuff, what people, radio stuff that people knew and stuff. You weren't getting into your own thing at that point.
No, that was the soul. That was the vibe of the day.
Right.
Rhythm and blues.
Right.
Yeah. What was kicking back then? Funk. Right. Yeah.
Right.
And mind you, the record collection at the time, as I mentioned before, was my brothers and sisters. My brother used to be a DJ at SUNY Binghamton.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So I acquired a lot of his vinyls. So there were also, vinyls in the house too that I could use from the station. But yeah.
Did you find any gems in those collections, like that they didn't know that they had, and
Absolutely.
that you knew, like, oh shit, you have this?
Absolutely. These guys had the club classics
right
from the wall. From the garage, they had the club classics.
Right. Did they know that's what they had, or they?
No, they didn't. They
didn't know.
That's what I mean. Yeah, that's what I mean. Right.
And that's fair.
Some of them were white label promos because he worked at a radio station.
Oh wow. Right. That's right. So he didn't even know. He just yeah, thanks, man. Whatever.
Exactly.
That's great. Right.
And where are those white labels today?
Oh, where are they now?
Are they in South Carolina?
How did you know?
We won't mention names. They are geographically located in South Carolina.
How does my man acquire everybody's shit? That's what I don't understand. How does he acquire everybody else's shit?
And in fairness to him, he did share some with me.
Oh,
He
Okay.
did have a ton of imports back in the late '90s that he was very, very generous to share.
okay. All right. Well,
Mhm,
okay. Okay, then that's
mhm,
cool. Then that's cool.
Yeah.
mhm, mhm.
So the audience had a good time. You played a lot of stuff that they knew, right?
Yes.
And I'm going to jump in and I'm going to take this next question and I'm going to ask you today. What are your motivations? What is your intention as you're putting together a set? Do you prep a set? Do you go out and select 20, 30, 40 songs for a set? How do you get ready for a set today?
I guess like most of the DJs, when digging through the digital crates and just seeing what causes me to bob my head and tap my feet. Um,
Okay.
if the tracks are doing that to me, I would hope that it does the same for the listener. So
Okay.
that is the process for me.
Gotta
And
respect that. Gotta respect that.
yeah,
What do you want people to take away from any of your given sets? I know my takeaways from your sets, and I'll share them with you. I think we've talked about this in the past, but I'll certainly share it here amongst us and the listeners. But what do you want people to take away from any given set that you're playing?
I would hope that whatever I'm playing is encouraging, uplifting. Um, it gets the heart level, the heart rate up if they're working out in the gym. It's some beats to keep them moving and motivated if they're on a long drive and they need that extra to get them to the next exit or whatever it is.
Right.
Um, that's pretty much what I try to bring over to the audience because that's what I do for me. It's for myself. It's beats for the gym, just like all the rest of the other DJs on the platform, on Real House Radio platform. It's beat motivation for me in the gym. It's motivation for me when I'm driving, those long distances. I go from starting a knot out to, let me throw on one of the rewinds over here on Real House Radio.
There you
And it
go.
All
yeah,
right.
gets me
All
going.
right. And you and I've talked about this in the past, and I always love, especially when you and I are playing together, which is why the Friday night business where you would start at 6 and I'd come in at 8, where we complement each other because we have very similar tastes, but we play different music, which is amazing to me. And I always enjoyed listening to your sets because they can be extremely eclectic, or to your point, right in the groove, and I'm just bobbing my head throughout the entire set. So over time, right? Over time, you've developed your DJ persona has developed and your tastes have developed. How did that process happen?
The taste clearly from the school of Larry Levan and the Paradise Garage. That was foundational for me and many, obviously, but it was from there and also cats like Tony Humphreys on 98.7, listening to those master mixes. Um, just the combination of the hard hitting tracks in the garage and the smooth riding the mixes forever of Tony. Um, and a few other DJs, but those were the ones that really left the impression. And then from there, just kind of pull a few elements from them and just made it my own. Make it your own. So
Definitely appreciate that, and you know me, and I truly always love Tony coming up. So
mm,
so yeah,
hmm
we definitely share that, and
hmm
we have that in common.
hmm hmm
Kind of in that same vein, though, Max. Like, which underground producers or DJs influenced your style? You know what I mean? The most. I know you kind of said you developed your style from listening to other cats, but is
hmm
there any like particular DJ producer slash producer who kind of influenced you?
I'll have to tag both of their names back into it. The lineup, obviously Louis Vega, early days of his mixing back in the Sound Factory bar and uh, other spots. Um, yeah, I would say those three had Timmy Regisford.
Hmm.
Also those four.
And we could probably pull top 10, right?
Yeah, we most certainly could.
Could
Yeah.
probably, yeah.
And that's what I mean about your style, right? Because you can go from one element, right? You can go from one sound to another sound. And I always go back to, and this was probably 5 or 6 years ago, one of the backyard parties, and you threw on Santana, and it was a surprise in as much as folks there were not necessarily expecting that,
Mhm.
and it
Mhm.
was great. We always go back to, don't play the song that I'm expecting to hear or that I want to hear. Play the song that I didn't know I wanted to hear, and that was one of those moments. And
That's what makes a
I
great
think of
DJ.
your style.
That's what
Yes,
makes a great DJ. Seriously, yeah.
when I
Mhm.
think of your style, that comes to mind a lot.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, man.
So you told us about your first gig and what made it memorable, right? So, and I appreciate that because I can only imagine. Yes, you were dressed up, and yes, you were ready to go, and yes, it was family, so you got a little grace, and yes, you were taking requests, but every journey, every one of our journeys has bumps, right? And we all go through this. What were some of the challenges that taught you the most, that you walked away with learning, the most?
Is this DJing or live?
DJing. We could talk about life. That's a longer conversation. But from a DJing perspective, right? What were some of those challenges?
I mean, we all know that in life that there's going to be bumps. There's going to be things that just happen out of the blue. So the key was that even going through certain situations like that, I heard the small voice in my head say, "That'll learn you," or "I'm sure you'll never do that one again." Um, and after that, it's just you just adapt and overcome and keep pushing. It just make it have a plan A, B, and C.
There you go. There you go. I've had conversations with friends, and they'll always tell me I should have had a backup. I should have had a backup of my drive, and that's today's digital era, right? But back in
Mm.
the day, how many times you'd be in a party and you'd have the tape laid out and that extension cord running, but someone would invariably trip over it, and now the music goes silent, and everyone's looking at you, and you're saying, "I'm standing over here.
No,
I don't know
yeah,
what you're
yeah,
doing over there,"
yeah.
you know. And
What
those
do you
are,
think? I
but
turned the switch off?
and those are kind of those challenges, right? We all go through those, and we all learn from them. But yeah, it's those are shared experiences, right?
Yeah, I
Absolutely.
mean, what could you do, man? You grin, bear it, get the problem corrected,
And move
keep
forward.
keep it moving,
Keep
keep
it
it
moving.
moving.
Yo, so
And at
in
the end,
that,
yeah, bro.
no, I was gonna say, so in that situation, in that staying in that vein, in your opinion, what makes a DJ performance memorable? We remember the fuck ups, but
Yes.
what what makes it memorable? What did something, was it the perfect mix, or the crowd's reaction to it? What made it a more memorable experience?
Yeah, I would say when the DJ is able to tell a story with his playlists, with his selection, the DJ takes you on a journey. I mean, if it's a mix that you're listening to, or if it was a club setting where you were there for hours, you were on a journey. You went from the introduction to uh, breakfast, lunch, recess, dinner, a workout.
Right.
Uh, yeah, then maybe afterwards a little bit of Merlot. You sit down in the chair. you kick back, you reminisce, and then something else comes on, and you're off and running for round
Right.
two. The
Right.
second win. So when the DJ is able to just to take you along his or hers journey,
Right.
yeah.
Is it a conscious effort to create that story, or is it just happen in the flow of what you're doing? Do you know what I mean?
Sometimes it is organic, man. When
Yeah.
things just click,
Yeah.
when it clicks, and that's it. You're just on the DJ is just on autopilot, and you're just able to sense just the vibe that's coming from the dance floor, the whole reciprocating process.
Right.
I got this. I already know what the next one's going to be.
Right.
The audience, in a party club live type setting,
Right.
they're digging it. So that I know what I'm going to do next. So it's just that back and forth vibe on autopilot.
Is it harder to obtain that when you're doing like radio mix like we do on Real House Radio, where we don't have that immediate feedback? You know what I mean? We get it sometimes in the chat. People will throw up the fires and all that good stuff, but we don't get that how the crowd is swaying feeling.
Right.
So is it harder to do that, or does your mixing ideology change because of the setting that you're mixing under?
It changes a little bit. However, if you're in there as the DJ and you're grooving, like I said, you're tapping your feet and bobbing your head and you feeling it, then it's like, again, the autopilot kicks in. If you're grooving to it, then the listener is going to be grooving to it. So yeah, that's a beautiful thing when you start feeling it and you're
Right.
in it.
Right.
So I'm going to piggyback on that, because I had another question that I'm going to toss, right? Because you didn't answer it before when we were talking about the challenges, and you didn't answer what gig you had the terrible thing happen.
Okay.
But
I
we'll keep that.
I can answer that one for you.
Oh, okay. Please. I'm curious, because to T's point, we remember that the screw ups, right?
Yeah.
The first,
Yeah.
that's what we remember.
Yeah. So back in 86, 87, when Joyce Sims had her popular "You Are My All in All."
Yeah, I remember that.
So me and my partner Zen at the time, we booked a spot in Spanish Harlem, 3rd Avenue, and we also booked Joyce Sims to perform. So obviously we were both DJs. We did a heavy marketing campaign on 125 Street. We created our own flyers. We bombarded bus stops, stores. It was just this is the day of no social media.
Right.
You were your own social
That's how
media.
you did it. Yeah, that's how you did it.
So we had flyers and posters all over Spanish Harlem and 125, east to west. When the event happened, it was a low turnout from the box office,
Oh no.
which happened to be my sister who was at the box office. And so, we could just kind of see that on the dance floor. And as time was approaching, someone made the the executive decision. I think we need to nix Joyce Sims because, she's getting paid,
Yeah, we ain't got the
gig.
money to pay her,
So we made the announcement, and the people that were there, they started to get irate. They came to see Joyce Sims. These people are telling me Joyce, whatever the story was. I didn't make up the story, what happened. And so the crowd started getting rowdy. I go back. I think Zen was still playing. I go back to the main office where the owner was, and he gets wind that the crowd, they want their money back,
Right.
and he breaks out. He hears that they're getting rowdy. He breaks out a sawed-off shotgun, and he's like, "No one's gonna bust up my club." It was one of those, and it was like, "So who has the money anyway?" And
yeah, who's got the money?
she was long gone. It was one of those. I think you better leave now before things get out of hand. So I really wish it was another friend of mine who I worked with at UPS. Tommy McGuckin. He was just helping us out with security, and he told this story perfectly every time we got together because he was the only white guy in this club in Spanish Harlem back in the 80s with all the,
With a name like McGuckin, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Kind of
exactly.
sense he was. Yeah.
Poor guy.
But yeah, man. Eventually 911 was called. Someone else made the executive decision. We better call 911. There's a riot about to take place. Yeah. 50 showed up.
I mean, wait a minute. You didn't have enough people there to take care of Joyce, but there was enough people to riot. What is it? How does that work?
Well, again, T, you're in Spanish Harlem, so it
Three
take a
guys.
handful.
Three guys
Yeah,
is a riot. Yeah.
that can be a situation.
Right. Three guys is a riot.
Situation is an understatement.
Man,
so,
y'all-
so, so you mentioned Joyce Sims, right?
Yes.
And we all know and love All in All, because that has got to be a timeless classic, right? In my opinion, early what folks would call
total
freestyle,
classic. Yeah.
right? But it wasn't freestyle, in my opinion. It wasn't. But some folks will say it was freestyle at its inception.
Yes.
Um, in your mind, what is that one house track that is absolutely timeless to you? You can play it today as if you played it the very first time.
I would say Hugh Masekela's "Don't Go Lose It, Baby." The stretch mix on that track was always a second and third win for me. Back in the club days, it could be 5 a.m., 6 a.m., and you know how it is, 5 a.m. You on the down, and that would come on.
I bring it right back up again.
Second win, let's go. You're a winner when you beat the game.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, that is absolutely awesome. See, I was gonna take us there, but thank you for telling us that story with that wonderful night in Spanish Harlem.
Yes. We all needed to hear that.
Oh yes, that is one, and I would love to get with Tommy. I'd love to hear his side of the
Oh,
story.
I'd love to hear his story. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. His perspective must be outrageous.
Yes, because he must have been at that front door trying to keep folks in.
Oh, right.
He was a trooper. He stood there for the whole night. That's why he never let me live it down. He
Right.
always, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I might have to join him in that.
Yeah.
Not letting him-
The two of us.
we might have to just do that.
So sticking with the joint you just talked about, is it the perfect BPM? Because I'm all about the BPMs. So
Yes.
is that do you consider that track the perfect BPMs? And what BPM is it? Do you know?
No, that's up there. For me, the pocket is 116. 116.
Really?
Like Flash and Friends running.
Okay.
Yeah, you're
116? Wow.
Okay.
I'm feeling that boogie type flow. Yeah, that does it for me. Being in that pocket. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
116. I think that's the lowest I've really heard from somebody.
Yeah. We've always kept it in 120 and
Yeah,
above.
because I'm like
116, okay.
122 to 127. I mean, that I feel like it's my pocket. What I mean? So to hear somebody say one teen with a teen in it, I'm like, wow.
There might be some Amapiano coming your way then, Max.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to experiment with that now to see what that's like.
All right, now you have a set that is going to follow the airing of this podcast. So I'm not going to ask what we can expect because I really would want that to be a surprise, but something to look forward to, perhaps.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That could be sooner than later.
That is awesome.
Clearly
no
did not like the way you said that.
No
Clearly did
spoilers.
not like the way you said
Absolutely
that.
no spoilers there. No spoilers.
Did not
Oh
like
my
the
God.
Did not like the
So we talk about that, right? And I keep just jumping all over T and I know T's got a series of questions here, but we're just gonna go
Man,
through it,
we
and
just talking, bro. It's
we're
all
just
good,
talking.
right?
And so when we talk about house music, and we talk about the opportunity to introduce music, and we talk about the various levels of remixes of these songs, if you had an opportunity to be in the studio and witness either the creation or the remix. Now I say that, and you're literally sitting in your studio, right? So, which I have yet to visit because I haven't gotten an invitation. That's another story, another podcast. But that being said, why would I be different today?
Yeah, yeah.
But
Why would you
you're
be?
you're sitting in your studio. So, what would be if you had an opportunity to sit in on a session like that? What would that look like?
Larry Leban, Gwen Guthrie, Seventh Heaven. That dub, to be able to just be in a studio setting, listening to Larry manipulating the arrangements and dubbing that, I'm sure was crazy to be in that room, because we all know what it translated to, when it hit the club, particularly, the PG,
Right.
Yes.
how that was on that system, just phenomenal. Yeah, that would be it. Seventh Heaven.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Appropriate title. Very nice. Yeah.
Yes.
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 Yes. Indeed. Indeed. So we asked you a lot of questions about different nights that you've experienced. We talked about that one gig that went sideways. Poor all in all. So what would you say would be one of the most or the most unusual location that you've played?
Unusual that I played.
Yeah, or that you participated in, that you were a guest.
As far as a guest and being in a party setting, it was I would say Louis Vega. He played at this loft in the Bronx off of the Third Avenue Bridge.
Okay.
So it was someone's apartment, and me and another partner of mine uh, went down there. Josh Milan, he was there. He got on the mic. Uh, the setup was in the living room, loft living room. They had the kitchen, people hanging out in the kitchen, all the other parlors, the bedrooms. People were just hanging out. They're playing cards, they're eating, the whole bit. The party was, that was one of the most memorable parties for me. It was like at one point, my partner and I, we just went outside to get some air, and there was this Dread brother. He was out there sweeping, sweeping the sidewalk, and we just chatting it up with him. Come to find out that he owned the brownstone. That was his house, and
That was his apartment where
that
the
was
party
his
was.
apartment exactly. And I guess he saw my partner around while we were inside, and the both of us, and he just, he would pass by us, and he was like, "Yeah, you guys look like security." Right. Oh, like, he said, "You guys aren't leaving now." When we saw him on the sidewalk, but man, that was a beautiful time, man. Joe Llanos, he was there also, hanging out. It was. I like intimate settings, and that was an intimate set with a massive sound system, a clean sound system. Kind of reminded me of Dave's Place, 99 Prince, a little bit.
Right, 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 right.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
Yeah.
All
Yes,
Mhm.
right.
sir.
And I'm going to go back to your intro because you just mentioned something, and I want to make sure that we don't lose sight of it. A retired LEO. So you are confused for being security at an event that you're attending. What exactly is a retired LEO?
It's a law enforcement officer. Uh, yeah, I did 21 years in the NYPD, um, and just happy to be out with no extra holes.
Right.
In, Happy and
God bless.
Absolutely,
yeah,
man.
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. Mine intact. Mine intact.
That too. That too.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
100%. And we're gonna go back to that because you are a proud abuelo.
Yes. Yes.
So
Abuelo of 6.
of 6.
Oh my
Yes. 2 girls, 2 granddaughters, and 4 grandsons. One of which today he had a football scrimmage today in New York. 5-year-old.
Get out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He plays safety.
Oh, that is awesome.
Oh my
That is awesome.
goodness.
Did you get the videos?
Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet.
It'll come. It'll come.
That is absolutely awesome. That is absolutely awesome. So now we talk about you've been playing since 1978. You've been doing this for a while now, and we won't talk about your age or anything like that. I know that Mr. T Real doesn't like to talk about his age or how much younger I am than him. But that being said, tell us, because we could talk about 80s, 90s, 2000s. What are some of name 3 of your favorite dubs? Could be 80s, 90s, could be 2000s.
Raw Silk, Just in Time and Space dub. That was Nick
All right.
Nick Martinelli did that, and the other guy David Todd. Let's say Changes, Imagination, the Larry Levan
Okay.
remix there, and last but not least, say it. It eludes me right now, but it'll come.
Okay. All right. And it doesn't have to be. I mean, we talk about dubs, right? But it could be a favorite all-time house track that just
Yeah.
it just resonates with you wherever you go.
It doesn't necessarily have to be a dub.
It doesn't have to be a dub.
I would say Willie Colon set fire to me.
I knew it.
Yeah,
I knew you were gonna say that. I knew you were.
yeah. Just that the instrumental or dub.
Oh yeah, there's just something about that track, bro. You're right. That
Yeah,
track.
and here we talk about
Ooh.
that the elasticity of your
Yeah.
style, right? You can go from one to the other, right? So I appreciate that. I definitely appreciate that.
Yeah, man. That is an excellent choice. Excellent choice.
Mhm.
Brings
So-
back memories. Brings
Yeah,
back memories for sure.
Yeah.
So if you could play, anywhere in the world. T asked me this question. He asked me if I had no monetary constraints, what would I do in a club? I'm going to ask you different. I'm going to say if you could play anywhere in the world, no limits, no constraints, where would that be?
I enjoy intimate settings, and I enjoy the ocean, beach settings. So if I could combine the two of those together, it would be somewhere coastal South Africa. Maybe a bay type setting, where it's private, bay beach, type setting. That would be a dream, right?
Okay.
It's just a minimal crowd there,
Good. That's good.
I'm imagining like a Turks and Caicos, where there's a hut, a bar,
Mhm,
right, with
mhm.
all of this outdoor seating that is literally on the beach,
Mhm.
and you are playing to the ocean, and everyone is just, I can see that.
Yes, and it has to be done prior to the sunset, through the sunset. You gotta capture the sunset.
You have to be playing during.
Yeah.
Gotta
And you
capture-
got to put on the appropriate tune at that point too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It has to be a tune that's specific
All right.
to
Mhm.
that
All right.
sun setting.
All right. So T, I think we got our fourth anniversary that we have to work towards now. Real House
Oh
Radio
yeah,
fourth anniversary.
let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, man.
I don't know. Someone was
for
telling me
that.
about someone was saying, and I think this was Spinny C that was talking about doing it in Puerto Rico, but doesn't have to be Puerto Rico. It can be.
Yo,
Go to
go
the
Greece.
Luminescent Bay.
Yo, Greece
right?
would be nice too, man.
Yes. Yes.
Greece would be nice.
Yes.
Greece would be nice.
Greece would be off the
We
chain.
can visit Gmar there.
Yeah, exactly.
While we're there, go hit him up.
Yeah.
But that is a that's a wonderful scene. I'd sign up for that.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
Yes.
Definitely.
And I wouldn't want to play. I would just want to hear you play.
Yeah. We're not playing. None of us are playing.
We would give
just
that.
you.
We would give you that
It'll be
honor.
just you.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah. Good. I'm glad you agreed to that. That's good.
So you mentioned the Paradise Garage, right? And T and I talk about this all the time. And I think it's come up on several of our podcasts. And I think T, you have some memorable moments
At the
the
garage? Oh yeah.
garage.
Yeah. A few.
A few. So Max, if you had to pick one that would be the most memorable party for you, what would that be? What would put us in that room that night? Put us on the dance floor that night.
Hands down. I mean, there were phenomenal shows that I've seen throughout that time. All of the top billers. So Madonna when she was just the up and coming,
Exactly.
the Patti LaBelle's, the Grace Jones,
Mhm.
the Colonel Abrams.
Colonel Abrams.
Oh,
But just outstanding shows.
Gwen Guthrie.
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness, Gwen Guthrie.
Absolutely. The one time I would say it was the whole weekend actually. I know the PG had beach parties, an annual beach party. They would import sand into the club. They would have the lifeguard, high chairs in all of the lounges and the main dance floor area. They just did it out. Whole beach balls, the whole bit. There was one weekend where I actually worked at the PG as a lifeguard. And
that suits you. I could see that.
so not only did I get paid to work the weekend and be there, and then after my shift, because they didn't have you there the whole time, you did your shift, and then you get to party. That was fun.
And don't leave out. Everybody was in beach attire.
Yes.
Well, yes.
That was the thing about it. Everybody was in beach attire.
Yes.
No, that sounds like a party.
That was crazy. It was crazy.
It was a good time. I wish there were photos, videos that was that was fun.
I kind of don't.
And I was going to say there are probably more people in T's camp than yours. I think more people would probably want
to
not have that.
Need a lot of that to be on film. You know what I mean?
There are enough things that are on film.
Exactly. Don't need that. Don't need that exactly. I think that's what makes it fun for us.
Yeah.
Was that it wasn't on film. And it wasn't all over social media. It was you had to be there and experience it. If not, you missed out.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
So you mentioned all of these different artists that came through the Paradise Garage and that you remember seeing them perform live. What would you say are your top three favorite bands?
Okay. On the other end of the spectrum, big Isley Brothers.
Okay.
Man, used to get their albums for Christmas along with Stevie Wonder was another one. I would always seem to get a Stevie Wonder album around Christmas time. But the Isleys, Earth, Wind, and Fire, and Tower of Power.
Oh my goodness.
Whoa, okay.
Tower
Yeah,
of Power.
horns. I love that brass section.
Oh, I know.
Yes. Yes.
I'm a
Gotta be
brass.
having fun, baby. Gotta be having fun. Gotta
Yes,
be
sir.
having fun. That was the jam.
Oh, I love it. I
That
love
was
it.
the jam, man. Oh my goodness.
So Max, we have accomplished everything today. We have got T to sing. He has actually sang for us. So we more than I could have ever hoped for.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So before we get to the speed round, and I really have some interesting questions for you, just to be eclectic enough for you. Before we get to the speed round, I'm going to ask T to go first.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
Is there anything, Max, that we have not discussed? Any nugget, any piece of information that you would want to share to give everyone that's listening, give me or T additional insight into who you are, not only as a DJ, but as a man, father, husband, a proud abuelo. Is there anything else that you would want to share that we haven't talked about?
I would be remiss if I didn't bring up all of the productions and parties over the decades that I've done with brothers like you, Cardass, at the Harlem Nights party we did in Times Square. Brother T, the third anniversary of Real House Radio in Long Island. The opportunity to play with him, DJ with him. 8 Bond Street with DJ Will Masters.
The legend.
The legend.
The legend.
The Grammys at the
Oh, that was a fun night.
Peter J. Sharp Boathouse on the Harlem River in Upper Manhattan. Just having the honor and the privilege to spin, to DJ, to have fun, to have laughs, to enjoy each other's talents, sonically, musically, the fellowship with all of you brothers. I consider it an honor to be able to even to play on Real House Radio and be a part of that family. As the brother T has built that up to be a force to be reckoned with.
Indeed.
That's what we want. That's what we want.
Indeed.
That's what we all want. So yeah, I mean, I'm just as honored and just as happy to have you involved, B. You know what I mean? As well as you, C, of course. But being that this is B's show,
Yeah.
I mean,
and Max brought me on, right? Max was
right.
The one that
That's right. That's right.
Yes.
That's
the
right.
original Friday night business duo, the Mix at 6 and Drifting Soul at 8.
Again, it just shows you the power of this music and what it can create and what does come of it. You know what I mean? It's not just music to us. It's family, it's community, it's all of that. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Yeah. And Max, I can speak for myself, and I'm sure I can echo it for everyone else. And we appreciate you the same way. So thank you for sharing that.
Absolutely.
Thank you for sharing that. Now I'm gonna hand it off to T for his speed round questions because I know that T is ready to go. And I think Max, you're ready to go too. You might want to have some more wine.
There you go. But unlike what I've heard through the grapevine about C speed round, mine will be generally one word answers.
Thank you.
So we'll get we're gonna get you in and get you out. Gonna get you in, get you out. All right. So here we go. Least favorite color.
Least favorite color. I like all the colors.
Nope.
As was noted in, I think it was Brother Cardass's episode there.
No, you don't. Come on. Least favorite color.
I think that was his least favorite color, but that I'm not saying. But man, least favorite.
Yeah, see? It's a thought-provoking question.
It is. It is. It is. I would say just the absence,
Of
blank,
of
the
color.
white.
Right. The
I mean,
absence
even
of
though white
color.
is made of colors, but you know,
Right.
I
I'll say
appreciate
just
that.
just
Yeah.
Right.
just
The
the
absence of color.
blandness of
Yeah. Okay. That's a good answer, bro. That's a good answer.
That is a good
What number am I thinking of right now?
that. 7.
No. Best sandwich. Best sandwich.
Pastrami on rye.
Ooh, really?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I wouldn't have pegged you for a pastrami on rye guy.
Hey,
Mm.
cats, brother. You know what it
Yeah,
is.
yeah, but you know,
Yeah. True that. True that.
yeah,
Yeah.
but there's other things you can get at Cats. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Right. So, it's all good. It's all good. I think you may have answered this, but I think you could be more specific. First concert you ever attended? Concert, not party. Concert.
First,
That would be for a
concert.
band because we
Yeah.
asked you about the band preferences.
Yes.
Yes. So
And
who'd you see in person first time?
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Wow. Was your first?
That
Yeah.
was a phenomenal
Wow,
show.
that's a phenomenal first concert for sure.
Yeah.
Nice, nice.
Indeed.
Good. Scariest animal.
Sloth.
Now you're scaring me.
When do you have a problem running away from one? What? What's the problem? What's the problem with these? What do you got against the sloths, bro? Wow, they're scary to you, man. I mean, you all right?
Man,
Wow.
you see their claws?
Yeah. Okay. I guess you're right. Apples or oranges?
Oranges.
Nice. Good job. Good job. What happens when we die?
We step out of time into eternity. And in eternity, we are either going to be in the presence of God or not.
Does that mean
Great.
hell?
That just means apart from the love of God.
Okay. Are we just in purgatory? Is that
No purgatory. No. It's being apart from the love of God is worse, far worse than
okay? Then
a
purgatory.
purgatory
Yeah,
setting.
That is a great answer.
that is a very great answer. Favorite action movie?
Man. Bruce Lee, Enter the Dragon.
Ooh, pulling out a 70s reference there. Very nice.
I like it.
Yeah.
Saturday afternoons.
Yeah.
Although he wasn't on that often on Saturday afternoons.
Nah, man.
It
You
was
had
a
to go to the
special
theater.
Saturday.
You had to go to the
Yeah.
theater for Bruce.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
wasn't catching
you
Bruce
might
on
get
TV.
You may get lucky and catch him on that rare Saturday.
Very
but,
rare,
yeah.
but most of the time you had to go to the theater to see
Yeah.
Bruce.
Yes.
Very nice. Window or aisle?
Aisle.
Good call. Me too. I'm an
Yes.
aisle guy too. Very
Yes.
nice. All right. Last one for me, and then we get the encyclopedia of questions from C next. Last one for me though. If you can listen to one song for the rest of your life, what would it be? Now it doesn't have to mean, and I don't mean continuously. I mean just whenever you decide you want to listen to music, you can only play this one song. What would it be?
That is a great question. Great question. One song.
One song.
What
One
would
song.
it be?
Yeah. And remember, it's not continuous. It's not like it's
Yeah.
playing, trying to torture you and shit.
Yes.
This is just that, okay, I want to listen to music. I'm going to put this song on. That song would be
Ow, It's Your Birthday by Sadea.
what?
because every day could and should be your birthday.
Wow.
You got a big old thumbs up for that, Dad.
Wow.
You got a big old thumbs up for that.
Dude,
Could make me go pull up the video now. I'm
That
gonna go to
is-
YouTube and just watch the video.
that is a deep philosophical answer
That is
to
great.
that question.
That is great.
Sir,
All right.
you are done for as far as I'm concerned.
All right.
Now prepare for the encyclopedia of questions.
All right. I'm gonna start you off with a softball.
Thank you.
All right. If you could travel in time to any club in history, where would you go?
Interesting.
Yes, good question. I would have to say, since I during that season didn't get a chance to go to Chicago and experience house music with Frankie in Chicago,
Warehouse.
the Warehouse. Yeah,
Very
Yeah.
nice.
yeah.
I've heard that elsewhere as well.
Yeah, it's a
That is
good call. Good call.
We can take that trip together. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Hmm.
I hear Chicago may be in our future. From what I hear.
Yes. It
In
apparently
the
there's
Real
been
House Radio
discussion.
future. Yeah.
Yes, there's been discussion.
It's been discussion.
So now I'm going to get really, I'm going to have fun with these questions. So buckle up. All right. If your life had a theme song, what would that be?
Ah, nice. Nice.
I'm gonna get you, sucker.
Okay. I like it. In that vein of I'm going to get you, sucker. If you had a DJ superpower, what would that be?
Oh, a DJ superpower. Wow.
That would be.
That's a great question.
It is to keep any mixes without the technology now, just doing the manual right in the pitch control to keep every mix on point manually without it going skewed.
Okay. All right. Spoken like a man who's played on turntables before.
Yes.
And I suspect belt-driven turntables.
Yeah.
Before the direct drives, when you are doing this, and yes, those were fun days.
What was it?
But
What
that's
was that?
how-
The Technique SLs? The SLs?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. But that's how we learn. Right?
Yeah. That's why I remember it.
Okay, so we've got 3 down. Got a couple more for you, and then we're gonna get really funny. If your DJ style were a food, what would it be?
It would be soul food, my friend. It would be collard greens, mac and cheese. It would be fried chicken, and we got to have for dessert some velvet, some red velvet.
Ooh.
Yeah.
No cornbread? Did you say cornbread?
Absolutely. Thank you for reminding me. That's
check.
mandatory.
Let's check. Okay.
Yeah.
Could do the Junior's cheesecake for dessert too, though.
But that's not him. That's Junior's.
Yeah, that's true.
You know.
I think I was speaking for myself. I think that's right.
Yeah, I thought you were too.
Yeah.
Okay, now this one is fun, right? Aliens landed today,
Oh no.
and they've asked you to DJ for them.
Oh,
What's
my
the
God.
first song you play?
Oh my God.
This is the land of Q. Remember that track?
Oh my God.
Remember Q?
I do. And listen, I have not shared these questions with him prior to this. That is a great answer.
Oh my God.
That is a great answer.
Wow.
That's like a boogie type tune, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here I thought I'd throw you something silly, and
Well,
you give me a great response.
you know he's a space guy.
He is.
So you
That's
know
right.
he's already thought about that. You
Listen,
might
that's
not have
why I-
asked that question, but he's thought of it already.
That's why I brought it here, because he loves the
He's
space
the
themes.
space guy.
All right, my last question for you. My last question for you. This is an easy one. What's the one song that describes your mood today?
Uh,
Hmm.
uh.
Good question, sir. Ah, the one song that describes my mood today.
When you mean today, do you mean in general or do you mean today?
As this is being recorded
Okay.
right now.
Okay.
Great question, sir.
Mm-hmm. That's a stumper.
That's why I left it for last.
Yeah, yeah.
The real problem in answering that question is because we know so much music.
Yes.
And to like narrow it down
Yes.
And thus,
is
and there's
important.
probably a dozen that are running through his mind right
That's
now.
what I mean.
Yeah.
Right.
But none of them fit. He's got to
Exactly.
find the one that fits.
Exactly.
Man, oh man. Ah, I would have to say yes.
Oh.
I'm going to ask, what's the question that you're answering again, sir? Because I do not remember a yes or no response. So please elaborate.
I was like, do you mean the band? Yes.
I know, I know where he's going with it, but I want to ask for some expansion on that.
I thought he meant the band. I was like,
Please, on that sentiment, please.
I need a.
I thought we could just close after my response.
That's what you were hoping for.
Let me just say something.
So the answer to that is no.
No. No. All right. Come on.
You have a set coming up in
Yeah, you
11
got a
minutes.
set coming up, bro. Let's do this.
What's the mood that you're in for your set? I gave this one to you.
You did. I would have to say what Just Too Easy played on his the last track of his set, his inaugural debut set. That was We're Rolling. Did he? It was
you talking about the very last song?
yes.
The very last song was Rude Movements.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm feeling just very melancholy.
Right.
Okay.
That's where that track takes you.
Yes, it
Okay.
does.
It's
Yes, it does.
melancholy.
That is a great track.
Thank
That
you.
is a great track.
That
Thank
is
you
a
for
great track.
He played that one Herbie Hancock track that it was just
Chameleon?
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
that is
I know.
a favorite of mine.
I
For,
know.
yeah.
I know.
So for those of you guys who may not have caught Just Too Easy's on a Sunday morning set today, as we're recording this, was his inaugural set. He will be on Sunday mornings. Stay tuned to Real House Radio. Rachel,
Please listen to the rewind because it's
yes,
a banger for sure.
please listen to the rewind, but also keep in touch with Rachel because she's going to keep you locked into everything that's going on Real House Radio.
It's Real House Rachel, baby. Real
House Rachel. She just joined the team. Been with me for some time now, but joined the whole team, and we're looking forward to all the good things that we're doing here at Real House Radio. But enough with the shameless plugs. Max, thank you so much for joining us today. You are officially off the hot seat.
You are off the hot seat, my friend.
And thank you for joining us today. It has been a privilege not only to do today's show, but just to work with you, all these years, and looking forward to doing some more work on Mix and Mingle.
Yes, sir. Hey, I'm just tickled pink to hang out with you guys on this.
Well, I didn't get a chance to thank you yet, T. I was going to thank you, sir.
No, I wanted to thank you guys for letting me come do this. I really appreciate it. This is a blast.
You are the glue. You are the glue, sir. You are the glue.
Yes,
Appreciate you. You're more than a filler. You are a special guest co-host. Appreciate it.
I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. So, Max, in closing, did you have anything else to share with the listeners?
I just want to thank you guys. Thank you. It's been fun. It's been a blessing, and I want to be able to steal the immortal words of Cardass. In that, folks, stay tuned and stay groovy.
Love
Thank
and
you, everyone.
peace.
Peace.
Hey, I'm sorry I was late. Max, it's been so wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us. Everyone, please keep it locked in and join us for a special Max Mitchell experience coming up next on Real House Radio, the home of the hottest bedroom DJs on the planet. This is Real House Rachel on Friday Night Business.